Hey friends, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel Phyrra, where I talk about cruelty-free beauty, gothic fashion, mental health, and more. If you want to join in the conversation, just click that little subscribe button down below. Also, in case you don't know, you can join the Hex Squad on Facebook. The only thing I use Facebook for anymore is groups, and specifically for my makeup groups and my blogger groups and my standard poodle groups. So I feel like Facebook is pretty toxic otherwise. So basically that's where I hang out on Facebook. So if you want to join me there, you can join the Phyrra's Hex Squad group and we can chat. So I have spent most of my 43 years of life feeling like nobody would ever make a perfect cool toned palette that was like all in my colors. And I was wrong, because Pink Crush Cosmetics collaborated with a blogger to create the Metamorphosis palette. It is all blues and purples. The perfect palette didn't exist for me until I saw this palette. So let me go ahead and zoom in so you can see the palette up close. This is a cruelty-free indie brand, and this palette says it is vegan. Each eyeshadow is 0.05 ounces of product, and I'm smitten. So I'm going to go ahead and insert swatches for you of the palette. Transformation, iridescent white that shifts to blue and purple and pink. Chrysalis, white with a silvery blue shimmer. Flutter, soft shimmery lavender with a subtle blue like duochrome shift. Purple Emperor, duochrome lavender with a teal blue flip. We have Chitin, which is a blue that has a red purple duochrome. So pretty. Free Spirit, which is a rich and vibrant purple shimmer. Cold Blooded, brilliant sapphire blue shimmer. Exoskeleton, deep blue matte. Pink Nectar, which is a pinky purple matte. Ultraviolet, rich purple matte. Wingspan, robin egg blue matte. Blue Morpho, brilliant blue matte. So in addition to the main set of Metamorphosis palette swatches that I have for you, I also have additional swatches that I did. I did 2 different sets of swatches on my arm that showed different ways to layer these colors, and I'm going to show you the next set. So for all of these hearts, I did a bunch of different combos, and I used mattes as the first color I put down. So from top to bottom, we have Ultraviolet, Pink Nectar, Exoskeleton, and Wingspan, because those are the four mattes that I was like, yes, let's do those 4. And then in order on top of them, I put Transformation, Flutter, and Purple Emperor. So to me, this shows you like how much different depth and complexity you can create by layering the duochromes, multichromes on top of the mattes, all of the like differences in subtle shimmers and looks, which I love. I am all about purple. Yeah, give me all the purple. And then for this last set of swatches that are on the teardrops, it's kind of all different, so I'm just gonna tell you what each thing is. Blue Morpho with Transformation on top. Then we have Blue Morpho with Flutter on top. We have Blue Morpho with Purple Emperor on top. Exoskeleton plus Chrysalis. Exoskeleton plus Chitin. Cold Blooded plus Free Spirit. Ultraviolet plus Chitin. Free Spirit plus Chitin. Cold Blooded plus Chitin. Pink Nectar plus Chitin. Nectar plus Chrysalis. And Pink Nectar with Flutter on top. So I just wanted to show you a bunch of these so you'd have a little bit of an idea of like the way I think about layering these colors together in the palette, because I would use any of these combos. Like if you just wanted to do a like 2-layer eyeshadow look and be done, that's how I would use these combos. But you could also put them together to make them way more complex and do like, you know, really complex, elaborate, like butterfly type looks. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the brand Pink Crush Cosmetics, as I was, I happen to see them on the Indie Mood on Instagram. You should follow them. I follow the Indie Mood for indie makeup releases because really mainstream makeup has not been doing it for me lately. The few things I'm interested in seem to all be indie oriented, which I'm not surprised because indies make complex colors. This is a wonderful cool tone palette with blue and purple colors. I wouldn't change a single color in this palette because I find all of the colors very useful. Like if I was going to be super picky, I might shift how Chrysalis works. I might shift it to a different like colorway, but even then I think this is an awesome palette. And you don't really need a black in it because Exoskeleton goes super deep and dark, so you can use that to darken any look that you like. I love the fact that you can layer all of these colors together to create beautiful purples and blues, and just These colors speak to me so much. I want to talk about the formula. I'm unfamiliar with this brand, as I mentioned, but for me, this formula is on the powdery side. So whenever I would dip my brush in the shimmers, I definitely noticed that it would kick up a lot of powder, and the mattes were on the sheer side, but very easy to build up and blend out. So I built up this blue like in like 2 layers to get it to where I have it before I did the rest of my makeup. And I will put a link to that tutorial whenever it's live here, so you can just go check it out and see the tutorial I did to put this look together. But yeah, I love the colors. The formula is not my favorite, but it's not the worst. It's easy enough to work with. Just, I find, you know, for me, hooded eyes, I work with small fluffy brushes and build up in size. Like, I use the biggest brush with my lighter colors and then go towards smaller brushes with my darker colors, and that does help. So what else can I tell you? As I mentioned, this brand is cruelty-free. This palette is vegan. It's $30. It's a collaboration palette with Krista Rice Makeup. I don't know who she is, but I'm right there for her color tastes. These are awesome colors. I love this palette. I don't know, like as soon as I saw it, I was like, the perfect palette didn't exist for me, but it does now. I need to have it. This must be mine. So I just had to buy it. So I will put a link in the description box below to where you can pick up this palette on Etsy from Pink Crush Cosmetics. You know, I'm here for all of the purple and duochrome, multi-chrome makeup, and this really excites me. So what do you think of the Pink Crush Cosmetics Metamorphosis palette? Please be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please give me a thumbs up and share. That tells you my video is worth watching. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.